Guys, how's it going? It's 12:33 a.m. March 1st now. Probably gonna be the last video I do tonight. I've got roommates upstairs now, so I don't want to be too loud. Hopefully I'm not. Um, but I'm gonna go through this last thing. Usually I do this before midnight, but I did a few other videos tonight to get out, and I finally got time to process them. We had one heck of a day. Big, huge team effort, and as I was saying, I put some videos out. I actually posted a few videos on some of the other forums, our Facebook group. Um, so it was a really good day. This last video here is how I prepare Barstow. I showed you, I put a video up earlier how we update everything in Barstow once it's done. Before midnight or after, doesn't have to be before midnight, but as soon as possible, usually after the stuff has been switched in Barstow, I like to make a plan for the next day. I like to do it before midnight. Unfortunately, we're at 12:34, but nobody's been on, so we're good for that. And it'll be available for anybody who wants to switch, preferably a two-man crew. If you can't get a two-man crew, then there's ways that one person can do it, but preferably we like to get a two-man crew. So if you're one person and you don't have a friend around who's interested in switching with you, when I say two-man crews, it's one's usually doing the humping and one's doing the trimming at Barstow. And they take breaks, virtual breaks and all that. Let me just go through the cycle real quick to see what we got coming up. So the other thing too is at the end of the day, I shut off the previous day's cycle. So right now, we're just past in the east 12:30, so we're now going into day 15 of the 18-day cycle. So we're getting close to the end here. On this day, what I do here, and this usually I will do this part, but others can do this as well. It doesn't have to be me. Anybody with access, admin access, or your master access will have availability for this. So for this SJVR 2 to 3, what's happening there is the Kern job's released. We're behind in that one, so he's out there. I think we're a few days behind in that. I'm probably going to run Kern tomorrow if nobody else runs it. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. I might even run it tonight, actually. That'd be a good one to run. Edison's another one, too. That's like 4 hours worth. So there is some stuff we're falling behind. As I mentioned in one of the videos, some of the switching parts is falling behind, and Cadiz is another one that's not even on here, and that's an 8-hour job. So definitely falling behind on the switching end of things. But the freight is moving, the trains are moving, so we just have to fill in the yardmaster gap. So this is why I'm doing these videos, especially tonight, to try to get some of this stuff up. So with SJVR 3, that falls into 2, so I really can't put anything there. Mojave is on Oak Creek standby, so he will have 80 minutes available, and this is what I usually do, is I type the number of minutes. When you divide 18, this is how it calculates it automatically, so 20 to 2120. The cycle time, it's about 2000 or just past 2000 as of midnight tonight at March 1st. If there was a break, then I would put something like 65, but there's no breaks for these guys. They had a 15 yesterday, and then they had a 30 and a 15. Those are virtual 8-hour crews, and I schedule in break times for them because they're humping pretty much 24/7 and they're trimming 24/7, so they have their breaks all scheduled. They're just standard 8-day rotating 24/7, three crews per day each. So for here, I just put in that there's 80 minutes available. I'm losing my voice because I've done so many videos tonight, but anyways, 80 minutes available for each, and we need to know that ahead of time, because when we go back into what's going on here, this is where everything's changing. This is from yesterday, so there were 65 minutes. So now I can type in hump minutes available. The trim also has 80 minutes available still. Cadiz has been released. I can delete that now. And I'll delete that comment as well. So, what we had from yesterday is we have, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an instruction in here. Pull back all Victorville cars. What had happened, I'll show you what this is all about here. The hump was going, I had an instruction that was in place, but I don't think it was caught. You see 114 here, all the Victorville cars were sitting in here. They shouldn't have gone to 114. 114 is tough enough to switch as it is, and that's just a whole bunch of cars that we really don't want in there. So I just put an instruction there. I'm going over here where it's not as loud. So I put an instruction in there to pull back. I think there's 30 of them. From 114. Okay. Hump next. I don't know if he's going to have time to do all 102. Well, he should be able to have 102 cars. Usually do about 3. On average, we hump about 3 cars a minute, I think. Yeah, he might be able to do it. 45. He has to pull that back, so he might have time to get into the other stuff. I'm not too sure. Nothing else is in here. Well, I'll put this one in here next then. That's 129. Yikes. Big trains. Kansas City, I don't know, it was just huge this time around for some reason, but okay. So I think we're okay now for that. So I think we have a 102 car train to hump. Hump this one next. I'm going to keep that comment in there, updated this one to 150. That's just a comment so that I remember. Let me just put this one first, after, move. There we go. So what you're doing is you're putting in instructions, what's going on. So we know what trains are going to be humped today. So that's cool. We know from looking at this, Vancouver has to be built. It's got to build on it. So does San Diego, and there's some work involved in some of these comments where Kansas City or some of the cars got mixed up. All the counts we know are accurate. I forgot to change this yesterday, and I should have put this in the other video. So I'm going to put this to March the 1st now. Hadn't been updating that lately, and I should have. So I'm going to, for the sake of right now, I'm going to take a look at this one first and see what we're up against. I'm going to leave that one out, and then that'll be available, and I'll mention that in the instructions or the agenda for the day. Looking at what's in the bowl. So what you're doing is you're comparing what's here to here. So when you're putting these markers, here's the color codes that I use. This one here is a dark green because it's going to be fine. That'll go into it no problem. So will that one actually. As far as I know, anyways, I better double check on that one. Let me just take a look here. It's going to get noisy again. Yeah, San Diego's the one that's coming up to getting close to overfill. Alright. Hello, Moon. Okay. I love that moon. Okay. So San Diego's the one that's definitely, but it's already got a trim ordered for that, so that's fine. Just taking a look here, and I'm running a little bit out of time here. So this one would go to green. We do that, okay. That's going to be boron 114 is okay. I'm just checking to see how much we got going to 114. Actually, that's for the other one. Wrong. I'm looking at this one now. Pass is fine as well. That should fit. We got 9, 10, 12, 14. The 14 cars. I'm counting the ones that are going into 14, 20, 28. It should be okay. I'm pretty sure it'll be fine once, and this is the purpose of why I want to get those Victorville cars out of there. Because if we don't, it would have overfilled. So try not to put stuff in there if we don't need to. That's the point of that. So that's okay. See, these match up with what's being humped next. I'm not going to worry about what's coming, the next hump. He might be able to push it down, get ready. I don't think he's going to be able to get whoever's. Bear's been running the. I say he. Bear's been running the hump a lot lately, and I've been doing the trim. But hopefully, we get others involved in this as well too, and that's the goal here. So that's about it as far as builds. This one's going to have a build up as well, so I might as well put that in there. That's been released, so it's already ready to go, so I'll put that one up. So Bell will be a build as well. So from there, all we're doing is making sure that everything's out of the way, and just all the instructions here. This is going to be a fairly easy day, so continue to work on trims and builds. There's nothing really more detailed about it. He's got 80 minutes for the trim, 80 minutes for the hump today. Hump may start second if time available. There we go. And that's it. So that's all there is to it. I'll simply post a message. I don't even have to post a message, but I'm going to post one anyways. I'm trying to get out of posting these daily messages because they take up a lot of forum space, especially when all the information is here. I'm trying to get people to understand how to read this, and then from there, yardmasters and admin being able to understand what all that means. If you don't understand what any of this means, anything at all in here, actually what I should have done was I should have I'll be working the trim probably tomorrow, but anyways, I'll put that into the forum. But some of the old yard might be able to move some stuff around as well. So anyways, that's about it for this video, and I think this is the last one I'm posting tonight, so I'm going to have some fun for the next few hours. So have a good one.